so here we are to do back bends today, and it is a warm day in northern Maine, and back bends are warming. So there you have it, we're gonna get warmer. These are activating and extroverting, and if anybody has lower back issues or back issues in general, you have to be really careful with people on the back bending because it's that catch-22 of it strengthens, but it can also strain. And so that's just something to think of because we're here in a teacher training. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with an Om. So everybody come and sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes. And take a moment to settle into yourself and to settle into your breath. And oftentimes when I teach, I say how important back bends are, even though I'm not very bendy in them myself. It requires quite a good bend in your lower back, the lordosis there, which I don't have. And yet they're super important for spinal health. And that's what we're going to look at today. So as we breathe, which we've been looking at this, what I'd like you to feel is that as you breathe in through your nose, yogi breath, that your spine actually moves forward a little bit, which is a back bend. So as you're lifting up, inhale to that full yogi breath. Feel how your spine moves forward just a little iota. As you exhale, feel how your spine moves back, kind of like the cat-cow, right? Let's do that 2 more times, breathing through the nose, yogi breath on your in and out. Inhale. And exhale. And again, paying particular attention to your spine. It's very subtle. Inhale, spine goes forward. Exhale, spine goes back. Good. And then the deeper we go into those back bends, the more challenging our breath may become because of how it pulls on our respiratory system. But right now, it should be pretty simple to do this. Breathing in, spine forward, breathing out, back. All right, let's bring our palms together, our thumbs to the center of the chest, and we're gonna go into our practice with that vibration, universal, eternal sound, beginning with sound. Om, inhale. Very nice. Take another inhale. Keep your hands in prayer gesture. Exhale. Take a moment now, though I often do it before I do my sun salutes, the Surya Namaskar, after warm-ups. But right now, today, let's go ahead and offer our practice through an intention, an affirmation, or devotion of our choice. It can be something personal or universal, but have in mind that as you go through your practice, your entire practice is devoted to this thing that you're going to bring up right now in your heart. Your affirmation, your intention, your devotion. Could be world peace. Could be that you want to be a more patient, kind, good person, whatever. Alrighty. Let's let our eyes float open and let our arms reach up with an inhale. As you clasp your fingers, exhale and look up, you have an option to push the spine forward and make this a little back bend, or feel like you're not doing that. To make the back bend, you could pull the arms back a little bit, very subtle little back bend, right? All right, and then inhale, and as you exhale, push the palms forward, drop your chin, and pull the spine back, the belly and chest back. We're gonna go straight up again. Inhale, straight up again. And then exhale, take your left hand across to your right knee. Don't turn yet. Look to the front, don't turn yet. I want you to think about principal back bend today. So we're grounding down, and the back bend happens a lot in your upper spine. So I want us to open up that upper spine today. So inhale and twist from your waist, not from your hips, and definitely not from your lower back. And then look back over your right shoulder and feel how that upper spine opens a lot. Now, the upper spine does warm up for the back bend. However, it is not a part of our spine. Some people naturally have that, but I definitely don't. I'm like a brick up there. Where we don't necessarily have much movement there into the back bend. We have movement here to loosen it up, right? And now come back to center. Inhale, reach up. I'll explain that in a moment. And then exhale, right hand to left knee. Lift up your heart. Again, don't rush. Twist from your waist and pull your left shoulder back, your right shoulder forward. And think about lining up your shoulders. They may not line up, but everything starts in the mind, right? So that upper spine houses our rib cage. Our rib cage is bones, right? And they're pretty strong and solid, right? They're not like a muscle and a ligament or a tendon or whatever. So why do we have that limited flexibility there? Because our rib cage is housing our heart and our lungs, and those are really important organs, right, to house. We don't want to harm those. So I need a house to take care of it, protect it. So come back to center, inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your arms down. Let's do cat-cow. So coming onto your hands and knees. And again, when I demo this, sometimes I've had a student once say, well, aren't you supposed to drop your spine down? Yep, you are. If I could switch the camera around, we got a lot of different people in the room, and some of you are going to do this better than me, but I'm not going to switch it around. So you can curl your toes under or not as you do the back bend. So drop your spine, shoulders towards your waist, lengthening the neck. As you look up, don't jam the back of your neck. And then flatten your toes and exhale. Go ahead and look in towards your belly button or your tip of your nose or whatever. And then curl your toes, not your nose. And inhale, look up again, dropping your spine. And exhale, if you want to flatten your toes, that's a good idea. Right, let's do that one more time. So curl your toes, inhale, look up, flatten your toes, exhale, look in. Good, come back to center, and let's pull back into a child's pose. You can have your knees under your hips a little wider, reach the fingers forward, and then inhale, and on the exhale, come back. So we want to think about the inhale is what, we're kind of the exertion in the body, and the exhale is where the body is not. It's releasing, it's relaxing, it's not exerting in general. And now we're going to look at a little baby back bend when we come up. So come up onto all fours and get those wrists underneath your shoulders. Some people with shoulder issues like to have their hands a little further forward, so just do what works for your body. But do remember to spread your fingers super duper wide. And then as you inhale, this is not upward facing, this is not cobra. I don't know what it is, it's halfway in between. So exhale, bring your hips not onto the floor. Keep your arms down. And what you see a lot in back bends is people hanging in their hips, which we're actually doing right now. But do not hang in your shoulders. Let's get that principle right there. So what people do, this is hanging in my shoulders. So nobody's doing that, but a lot of people do. All right, we're gonna go back to downward facing dog. Curl your toes under plank pose, and then inhale, and as you exhale, pull the tailbone back, pull the belly in. Now we're not all that warmed up, so go ahead and if you'd like, just pedal your feet, move your legs a little bit, whatever you'd like to do, right? Keep breathing. Now let's talk about back bend in this pose. This is not a back bend. This is a forward bend. So in your downward facing dog, what you want to do is keep that belly strong. And every time you exhale, like the dogs do so easily, you can bring your head down, but don't drop it off your neck. See if you can get those upper vertebra to go a little bit deeper into the body and the shoulder blades down your back. And then that will help again to loosen up that area in preparation for our back bend, but keeping the belly strong, right? We're not trying to drop into our lower back here, okay? Oh, good. Okay, so let's go ahead and come back down onto all fours, right back down onto all fours. We're gonna start right this morning with a little Anjaneyasana, taking it step by step. So inhale, literally step your right foot forward. The back knee on the floor and the distance between your right foot and left knee up to you. Traditionally, the toes are flat. You may have them curled if you want. And so if you're on a wood floor, curled is nice. It takes some pressure off the knee and gives you more stability. So press into your right foot, your left knee. Come up slowly. Press into the hips first, then elbows straight, arms straight. Inhale, come up. And exhale, see if you can get your arms to go beyond your ears. You may not be able to, but so again, we want to think of opening that upper back, our shoulders, breathing, gazing forward or up. If it's up, don't jam your neck. Good, and feel that back bend, right? Feel that extension of the spine. That's what back bend is. So it's not really about bending, it's about extending the spine, since some of us can't bend that much. And then inhale, and as you exhale, take it down and step your right knee back. And inhale, step your left foot forward. And again, let's please take our time. We can build up from lesser back bends to quite extensive back bends. So let's go slow. And so press into your hips, ground into your back knee, toes curled or flat back there, arms are straight, palms together or not. If your palms are together, it's more work for your shoulders, that's all. You don't have to have them together. Press down, breathe up, elevate, elevate, elevate. Good, inhale. As you exhale, bring your hands down. We're gonna step forward, we're gonna clasp our fingers, take them off the back, which also helps stretch the shoulders and upper back. So inhale, step forward, exhale, knees bent or straight, that's up to you, but clasp your fingers and take the arms up off your back. And if you want, every time you exhale, you can bounce a little on the exhale, if that feels good. So you don't have to bounce though. Some people don't like to bounce, that's okay, right? So just stretch that upper body, good. Alrighty, let's rise up, inhale, come on up. And exhale, bring your arms next to you. Bring your feet a little wider than your hips. Let your arms be very limp. And then just do a simple twist right here from your waist. Make sure you don't twist from your knees. Knees aren't built for twisting. I was reading up on those knees. You know, it's really interesting. Poses like bow pose and drop backs, you know, those ones can really impinge on your knees. So in back bends, we can develop some knee stuff if we're not doing it right. So just think about your knees. Yeah. You can't see me?
Can see the head.
Oh, they can't see me. Can you